Why, hello there. It's been a while. I'm in the process of editing some other videos, but I wanted to just check in and say hi really quick. There's been a lot of things going on in the world, and I admit it has been really hard for me to want to do anything, especially make content, put things in the world that are positive. We can often feel guilty when everything is going right in our life but going wrong in other people's lives. Unfortunately, that's the way of the world, and we just are only now realizing it. It's always been one side of the hospital a baby is born, and the other side of the hospital an elderly person passes away. The rise of social media, the internet, TV, there are so many ways now that we are more aware than ever that our experience is so markedly different than that of many other people in the world, and that's jarring for us. It has often been joked that many great things in culture start from Tumblr, and I think of these the most is the word sonder, at least to me. The word sonder is all about the fact that other people have an entire life that you are completely unaware of. We tend to see other people that we pass by as just the NPCs in our life. We forget as we walk by them that they have a life as complete and thorough as ours, or even more so. I don't necessarily know how much the human brain was designed to be able to process this information, but it definitely wasn't meant to process the jarring amount of negativity we get on any daily basis. There's no natural phenomenon that can compare to doom scrolling, where you could see 60 completely different awful stories in 60 seconds just scrolling through your feed. Furthermore, we seem to live in an era of post-toxic positivity. We are aware that toxic positivity is toxic, but we haven't necessarily realized the other, more healthful ways to handle emotions and feelings. But I think the one important thing to know is negative emotions are just as important and valid to experience as positive emotions. It can be hard, especially as somebody who feels things very deeply, to want to endure pain when there are so many ways that I can just distract myself and take myself out of the moment. I can read a book, I can play a game, I can talk to a friend, I can doom scroll. Distracting myself from those problems does not make them go away, and it doesn't make me feel better about them either. I think we live in a time and a place where people feel like they don't have permission to feel the negative emotions in their life. Negative emotions are painful, but it's more than that. There is a persistent culture against experiencing these emotions, and these emotions are important. They're very valid to our human experience, and living in them for as long as we need to can help us to grow and change in the way that we need to overcome the obstacles in our life. For many years, I distracted myself from my problems by throwing myself into my work, such that I didn't even realize how much work was my problem. Once I realized how much work was my problem, I didn't realize that I was in a position to change that, and once I realized I was in a position to change that, I had no idea how to go about changing that. I had told myself for so long that I was happy and I liked my job and this was just stress, and I put myself through toxic positivity. I didn't allow myself to be a fully actualized person. I was so obsessed with not crying, never feeling down, just getting into hustle culture like the guys in the office. I just figured that my problems would go away. Eventually I would have a job title or a number on the paycheck that made me feel good about myself and fixed my problems. That really isn't the case. Sure, it's never good to wallow in your negative emotions, and also not everybody is safe to express their emotions where they are. But if you are, I implore you, you deserve a good cry. You deserve a good, maybe I shouldn't have eaten that pint of ice cream. You deserve a good, this movie reminds me about every boy that I should have broken up with way sooner but didn't. When we make things off limits, when we make things taboo, especially things that are such an integral part of the human experience, we cut ourselves off from an important part of what it means to be human. And it is in company's best interests to have us believing that our problems can only be solved with money. It is a capitalist society, and as many of our problems are caused by inequality, yes, many problems are fixed or made easier to deal with by having access to additional financial means. But as should be quite plainly evident from the number of celebrities that just crash and burn on a yearly basis, you can have all of the money, power, fame, love, and everything in the world, and you could still be deeply dissatisfied as a human being. If you lose touch of the things that are important to you deeply at your core, no matter how much you want to try and deny those things, it's going to be cutting a part of yourself away. You can only do it for so long, and there's going to be a cost. This was just a weird off-the-cuff sort of video. I didn't script this at all. I just flow of consciousness. So let me know what you think. If you like this type of video, I may actually be able to do weekly videos again. We'll see. I have a few videos that I'm currently working on editing that are coming up. First off, I have a video that I'm colloquially referring to as Your Genius Detective Doesn't Need to Be an Emotionless Void, or Why Marvel and DC Need to Learn from the Thin Man movies. It's a reference that I don't know that many of my audience will get, but I'm hoping they'll like the video. I'm hoping to have that video out next week. However, for this week, I'm working on a video about the fairy garden that I set up, made of things from the Dollar Tree. I'm really excited about that because I really like fairy gardens and I really like cheap stuff. So I hope y'all like that. Be sure to also follow me on my other socials. I'm most active on Twitter at Erin Moriarty with an A at the beginning. I also am on Instagram, again, at Erin Moriarty, A at the beginning. And finally, I am very active on TikTok where I post a lot of content about birds and stuff like that. One of these days, I may make a bird video. There's like 100 reasons why I refuse to be a bird YouTuber. That would be the only YouTube video I would ever do about birds. But yeah, I make content over there. Let me know what you thought about this. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out my channel a ton, especially because I haven't been able to post because I've been sick. Help a disabled creator out, please. And have a wonderful day. Bye!